What's going on? You know what it is. If you've been subscribing for me for a while, you already know what I do in this video, this channel. Sorry, almost said video. But this is an introduction to the new people that are coming into my videos and watching and want to know what they're gonna expect when they visit this channel. Just an average guy in my 30s talking about opinions that that I views that I have, and I'm into a lot of things. If you're into beer, I mean, I talk about beer every now. Not as much as I used to, but I'll talk about beer every now and then. If you're into sports and collectibles, like sports cards and stuff like that, then I do that too. I talk about sports and stuff like that. If you're into gaming, I do talk about gaming every now and then. If you're into film, I'll do a few talks about film every now and then. If you're into music, I do listen to music. Mostly, my favorite time and era of music was the '90s because I just have nostalgia feeling for that era, and um, it's just that's how that's what I feel strongly about when it comes to music. Though I do enjoy current music and some previous years like the '80s and the '60s and the '70s and the '50s. Probably even older than that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm avid to those because obviously those are something totally. I'm not that old, so it's not gonna be so relevant to me. But if you're into that, then you arrived at the right channel. And also, uh, avid person that likes technology, and I talk about that too. Sprinkle that here and there in my videos, but I also avidly talk about currently is the digital environment like Bitcoin or digital currencies, and you can find that on my channel too. I will talk about those probably monthly, most likely monthly, um, or every 2 weeks, somewhere around that range. And I do talk about political stuff and current events every now and then. Though it's a hard subject to tackle because you have to be as unbiased as possible sometimes, even though my political views are different from other people. My upbringing is different from other people, so my viewpoints are going to be different, obviously. Um, I could say this with what I consider myself is just a label, but it could change over time, obviously. Um, I remember back in the day when I first started um, voting and stuff like that, when I was young and naive, I was a Democrat, full fledged Democrat liberal at that time. Slowly but surely, I started moving towards more of the independent realm, and that's where I've been for the most of my voting. Most of my voting time has been devoted to independent voting, and I've been looking more into third party candidates in every facet of political realm. But I do also lean more towards the right. I'm not a far right. Don't get me. I'm not an alt right person. I'm not that far right. I lean a little, just a little to the right. So I do have a problem with some of these leftists or far leftists or liberals nowadays because that's not me. That's who I used to be. And I just cringe at that sometimes. But that's just my opinion. And you can be whoever you want in the political spectrum. But please, I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna. Well, I could disagree with you, but I'm not. I'm not gonna censor you if you disagree with me. I'm not gonna call you an idiot or try not to call you an idiot if I disagree with you. But If you show me respect, I'll show you respect. If you have some points, I'll give it to you. If you don't have facts to back yourself from your arguments, then you're irrelevant to me. You understand what I'm saying to you? Irrelevant. Have facts, give me sources, give me videos, give me sources, sound bites, whatever to prove your point, graphs, statistics, anything that you want to prove your point when you disagree with me. And then we can have a very good conversation, very lively, and we can learn about things together. When things are for real, facts, proven, sources, please, people that don't do this are irrelevant. I try my best to give you as much facts as I can find, and if I'm wrong, I will admit that. Full-fledged admit this if I'm wrong. If any point that I make, I will, be happy to do that because I'm not perfect, obviously. So that's all I wanted to say. If you're into any of this stuff, um, current events, political stuff, I do talk about that too. I'm getting into that as I get older. I'm starting to really enjoy that stuff. I didn't enjoy it as much when I was a Democrat, and now I'm more like I said, independent, leaning towards the right, and I just find it interesting sometimes. I don't know, find it fun. So uh, yeah, that's basically what my channel is about. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoy this intro.